Friends, welcome back. So today we will see GATE 2016 set 2 paper, right? So as usual, I'll brief you with the question paper and will give the answer directly. And if you haven't solved those already, so please solve it so that you can have a quick revision. And if you have already solved that is great. This video will really help you to recap all those concepts and answer. So the very first question is, the man who is now municipal commissioner worked as dash. So here basically we have to fill the blank. So for first the answer is B. So the man who is now a municipal commissioner worked as a security guard at the university, right? Question number 2 is, nobody knows how the Indian cricket team is going to cope with the difficult and seamer friendly wickets in Australia. So choose the option which is closest in meaning to the underlined phrase in the above sentence. So here we have to find a relevant option, right? So here you can see that sometime we use cope up with. So cope up with are usually phrase. So here it will be, nobody knows how the Indian cricket team is going to cope up with, right? Now find the odd one in the following group of words. So for third, the answer is our C, that is phrase. C, that is praise. So mock, deride, praise, Z. So here praise is the odd one here. Fourth question is, pick the odd one from the following option. So if you will see the series, you will have to find a sequence, right? So when you will solve it, you will get the answer as D. So ONPMQ is odd one here. Now in a quadratic function, the value of the product of the root alpha beta is 4. Find the value of this one. So the answer of fifth is B, basically 4 to the power n, right? Sixth question is, carrying 2 marks each. Among 150 faculty members in an institute, 55 are connected with each other through Facebook, right? And 85 are connected through WhatsApp. Now 30 faculty members do not have Facebook or WhatsApp account. The number of faculty member connected only through Facebook accounts is what? So here this is a question more of a graph, right? And here the answer is A, that is our 35. 7 is, computers were invented for performing only high-end useful computation. However, it is no understatement that they have taken over our world today. The internet, for example, is ubiquitous. Many believe that the internet itself is an unintended consequences of the original innovation. With the advent of mobile computing on our phones, a whole new dimension is now enabled. One is left wondering if all these developments are good or, more importantly, required. So which of the statement below is are logically valid and can be inferred from the above paragraph? So here you will once read to those points. The author believe that computers are not good for us. Mobile computers and the internet are both intended invention. So for 7, our answer is basically D here. Neither 1 nor 2 is inferred for this paragraph. The 8th question is, all hill stations have a lake. OT has 2 lakes, right? Now which of the statement below is are logically valid and can be inferred from the above sentences? So for 8, our answer is D, that is neither 1 nor 2. OT is not a hill station. No hill station can have more than 1 lake. So both are basically false. Now the next question we have is 9th question. In a 2x4 rectangle grid shown below, each cell is a rectangle. How many rectangles can be observed in the grid? So here you will have to find or count the rectangle. So for 9, our answer is C. You will find 30 rectangle here, like one is outermost, then you will have to count all these, then make 2 of, right, and then you will get this. So for the 10th is choose the correct expression for fx given in the graph. So here we have to find fx. So for 10th question, our answer is basically C. Fx is 2 minus x minus 1. Now these are our core question. Consider the following expression, right? So these are the expression, the number of expression given above that are logically implied by this particular expression is what? So for question number first, our answer is 4, right? Let fx be a polynomial and gx equals to f bar x be its derivative. If the degree of fx plus f minus x is 10, then the degree of fx minus g minus x is what? So for 2, our answer is 9 here. The minimum number of colors that is sufficient to vertex color any planar graph is. So for 3, our answer is 4 here. Consider the system each consisting of m linear equation in n variable, right? So which one of the following is correct in these 3 points? So for fourth, our answer is C basically. Only third is true. That is, if m equals to n, then there exists a system which has a solution. Question number 50 is, suppose that a shop has an equal number of LED bulbs of two different types. The probability of an LED bulbs lasting more than 100 hours given that it is of type 1 is 0.7 and given that it is of type 2 is 0.4. The probability that an LED bulb chosen uniformly at random last more than 100 hours is what? So for question number 5th, our answer is 0.55 here. Suppose that eigenvalues of a matrix A are 1 to 4. The determinant is this expression. The determinant of this is what? So for 6, our answer is 0.124, right, to 0.126. Seventh is, consider an 8-bit ripple carry adder for computing the sum of a and b, where a and b are integer represented in 2's complement form. If the decimal value of a is 1, the decimal value of b that leads to the longest latency for the sum to stabilize is. So for 7, our answer is minus 1.0. Okay, let this expression equals to 0, where x1, x2, x3 are boolean expression and XOR is the XOR operator. Which one of the following must always be true? So for question number 8, our answer is C. x1 bar XOR x3 bar equals to x2 bar XOR x4 bar. Let x be the number of a distinct 16-bit integer in 2's complement representation. Let y be the number of distinct 16-bit integer in sign magnitude representation. Then x minus y is what? So for question number 9, our answer is 1.0. Question number 10 is, a processor has 10 distinct instruction and 24 general purpose registers. A 32-bit instruction word has an opcode, 2 register operand and an intermediate operand. The number of bits available for the immediate operand field is what? So for 10, our answer is 16 here, right? Now BFS or breadth first search is started on a binary tree beginning from the root vertex. There is a vertex T at a distance 4 from the root. If T is an nth vertex in this BFS traversal, then the maximum possible value of n is what? So for 11, our answer is 31. The value printed by the following program is what? So this is a program. Here you can see that inside void main we are calling this function and then there is a print statement. So if you hit and try or play with the program, you will get the answer as 30. So for 12, the answer is 30. 13 is, assume that the algorithm considered here from the input sequence in ascending order. If the input is already in ascending order, which of the following are true? So we have to write in ascending order of the input, right, in a list. So for question number 3, our answer is D, 1 and 4th only. So quick sort runs in order of n square time, all right, and insertion sort runs in order of n time. Okay. 14 is, the Floyd-Warshall algorithm for all pair shortest path computation is based on what? So for 14, our answer is C, that is dynamic programming paradigm. 15 is, n item are stored in a sorted doubly linked list for a delete operation. a pointer is provided to the record to be deleted. For a decrease key operation, a pointer is provided to the record on which the operation is to be performed. An algorithm performed the following operation on this list in this order: theta and delete, order log n, insert this one, decrease key. What is the time complexity of all these operations put together? So for 15 our answer is C, that is order of n square. The number of states in the minimum sized DFA that accept the language defined by the regular expression is what? So for 16 our answer is 2. Right. Now 17 is language L1 is defined by the grammar this one, and language L2 is defined by the grammar this one. So consider the following statement: P L1 is regular, Q L2 is regular. So for 17 our answer will be C, that is P is false and Q is true. Consider the following types of language: L1 regular, L2 context free, L3 recursive, L4 recursively enumerable. Which of the following is true? So these are the 4 points that we have, and the answer is D. Basically 1, 2 and 3 are true. So L1 complement union L3 complement union L4 is recursively enumerable, L2 complement union L3 is recursive, and third is L1 intersection L2 is context free. So now 19 is match the following. So for 19, when we will solve this, we will get the answer as B, where P lexical analysis is what? That is a regular expression. Okay. Q top down parsing is what? That is a left mode derivation, right? R semantic analysis is basically type checking, and S runtime environment is activation record. So this will be the answer for 19. 20 is in which one of the following page replacement algorithm it is possible for the page fault rate to increase even when the number of allocated frames increase. So for 20 our answer is D, that is FIFO, first in first out. B plus 3 are considered balanced because what? So these are considered balanced because the length of the path from the root to left node are all equals, right? So always keep these things in mind. All leaf nodes are equal in the from the root node. So that is the balanced tree. 22 is suppose a database schedule S involves transaction T1 to Tn. Construct the precedence graph of S with vertex representing the transactions and edge representing the conflicts. If S is serializable, which one of the following ordering of the vertices of the independence graph is guaranteed to yield a serial schedule? So for 22 our answer will be 8, topological order. Anarchally digitally sign a message and sends it to Salim, right? Verification of the signature by Salim requires what? So for 23 our answer will be A, anarchally is public key. 24 is in a Ethernet local area network. Which one of the following statement is true? So for 24 the answer is D, the exponential back-off mechanism reduce the probability of collision on retransmissions. 25th is identify the correct sequence in which the following packet are transmitted on the network by a host when a browser requests a web page from a remote server, assuming that the host has just been restarted. So for 25 our answer is C, that is DNS query, TCP SYN, HTTP GET request. Now 26 is the question carries now 2 marks. A binary relation R on n into n is defined as this. So consider the following: R is reflexive and R is transitive. Which one of the following statement is true? So from this statement our B is true only, that is P is true and Q is false. So R is reflexive but R is not transitive. Which one of the following well-formed formula in predicate calculus is not valid? So here we have to find which is not valid, right? So for 27 our answer is D, that is this particular expression is not valid. Now consider a set of U of 23 different compounds in a chemistry lab. There is a subset S to U of 9 compounds, each of which reacts with exactly 3 compounds of U. Consider the following statement, right? So these are the statement. Which one of the above statement is always true? So for 28 our answer will be B, only 2, that is at least one compound in US reacts with an odd number of compounds. Okay, 29 is the value of expression 13 to power 99 mod 17 in the range 0 to 16 is what? So for 29 our answer will be 4 here. Suppose the function f and g can be computed in 5 and 3 nanoseconds by functional unit uf and ug respectively. Given 2 instances of uf and 2 instances of ug, it is required to implement the computation fg xi for 1 less than equals to I less than equals to 10, ignoring all other delay. The minimum time required to complete this computation is dash nanoseconds. So again for 30 our answer will be 28. So if you remember this, how we got that answer, so that is great. Well, the answer is 28 here. 31 is consider a processor with 64 register and an instruction set of size 12. Each instruction has 5 distinctive fields, namely opcode, 2 source register identifiers, 1 destination register identifier, and a 12-bit immediate value. Each instruction must be stored in memory in a byte aligned fashion. If a program has 100 instructions, the amount of memory in byte consumed by the program text is what? So for 31 our answer is 500, right? Now 32 is the width of the physical address on a machine is 40 bits. The width of the tag field in a 512 KB 8-way set associative cache is what? So for 32 our answer is 24 bits. 33 is considered a 3 GHz processor with a 3-stage pipeline and stage latencies pi 1, pi 2 and pi 3 such that pi 1 equals to this expression, right? If the longest pipeline stage is split into 2 pipeline stages of equal latency, the new frequency is dash gigahertz, ignoring delay in the pipeline register. So here the new frequency will be your between 3.9 to 4.1 gigahertz, right? A complete binary min heap is made by including each integer in 1 to 1023 exactly once. The depth of a node in the heap is the length of the path from the root of the heap to the node, right? Thus the root is at depth 0. The maximum depth at which integer 9 can appear is, so for 34 our answer will be 8. 35 is the following function compares x to the power y for a positive integer x and y. Alright, so this is exponential which is having one while loop. So which one of the following condition is true before every iteration of the loop? So before every iteration of the loop, C will be true, that is x to the power y equals to res multiplied by a to the power b, right? Now consider the following new order strategy for traversing binary tree. So how will you traverse the binary tree? So here visit the root, visit the right subtree using new order, visit the left subtree using new order. So the new order traversal of the expression tree corresponding to the reverse Polish expression, this one is given by what? So if you have this reverse expression Polish, so you will get answer as C, that is this one. You can solve this by using stack or queue also. Now consider the following program. Okay, this one, note max xy returns the maximum of xy. Alright, so this is the function and the value printed by this program. So if you hit and try or play with the program, you will get the answer as 3 here. So for 37 our answer is 3. 38 is let a1, a2, a3 and a4 be 4 matrices of dimensions these and 10 into 5 respectively. The minimum number of scalar multiplication required to find the product, this using the basic matrix multiplication method is, so for 38 our answer will be 15,000. The given diagram shows the flow chart for a recursive function an. Assume that all statements except for the recursive calls have order of 1 time complexity. If the worst case time complexity of this function is order of n to the power theta alpha, then the least possible value accurate up to 2 decimal position of alpha is what? So for 39 our answer will be 2.2 to 2.4 here, right? So if you solve using this flowchart. 40 is the number of way in which the number 1 to 7 can be inserted in an empty binary search tree such that the resulting tree has height 6. So the height of a tree with single node is 0 basically. So the height 6 is what? So for 40 if you solve this you will get the answer as 64. So there are 64 ways which the number can be inserted. 41 in an agency list representation of an undirected simple graph G equals to VE. Each edge UV has two agency list entries V in the agency list of U and this one in the agency list of V. These are called twins of each other. A twin pointer is a pointer from agency list entry to visit twin. Now, and the memory size is not a constant. What is the time complexity of the most efficient algorithm to set the twin pointer in each entry in each agency list? So for 41 our answer will be B, that is theta of n plus m. Now consider the following two statements. If all state of an NFA are accepting state, then the language accepted by the NFA is sigma star. So there exists a regular language A such that for all language B, A intersection B is regular. Which one of the following is correct? So for 42 our answer will be B, that only second one is correct. So there exists a regular language A such that for all language B, A intersection B is regular. Consider the following language L1 this one, L2 this one. Which one of the following is true? So for 43 our answer is B. L1 is context free while L2 is not context free. So here this is the answer. Now 44, consider the following languages, okay, where for each Turing machine M denotes a specific encoding of M. Which one of the following is true? So for 44 our answer is C. L1, L2 are recursive and L3 is not recursive. 45 is which one of the following grammar is free from left recursion? So for 45 our answer is B, that is this expression is free from left recursion. 46 is a student wrote two context-free grammar G1 and G2 for generating a single C-like array declaration. The dimension of the array is at least 1. For example, this one. The grammar use D as the start symbol and use 6 terminal symbol int id num grammar G1 G2. These are the which of the grammar correctly generate the declaration mentioned above. So for 46 our answer will be A, that is both G1 and G2. Consider the following process with the arrival time and the length of the CPU burst given in millisecond. The scheduling algorithm used is primitive shortest remaining time first. So for the average turnaround time of this process is for 47 our answer will be 8.2 to 8.3 milliseconds. 48, consider the following two processes synchronizing solution. Process 0, process 1. The shared variable turn is initialized to 0. Which of the following is true? So for 48 our answer will be C. This solution violates progress requirement. 49 is consider a non-negative counting semaphore S. The operation PS decrements S and VS increment S. During an execution 20 PS operation and 12 VS operation are issued in some order. The largest initial value of S for which at least one PS operation will remain blocked is. So for 49 our answer will be 7. Now a file system uses an in-binary cache to cache disk block. The miss rate of the cache is shown in the figure. The latency to read a block from the cache is 1 millisecond and to read a block from the disk is 10 millisecond. Assume that the cost of checking whether a block exists in the cache is negligible. Available cache size are in multiples of 10 MB. The smallest cache size required to ensure an average read latency of less than 6 ms is how many MB? So for 50, our answer is basically 30 MB. All right. Now 51 is consider the following database schedule with two transactions T1 and T2, where where RIZ denotes a read operation by transaction TI on a variable Z, WIZ, and WIZ denotes a write operation by TI on a variable Z, and AI denotes an abort by transaction TI. Which one of the following statement about the above schedule is true? So for 51, our answer will be C, that S does not have a cascading abort. 52 is consider the following database table named water schemes. This one, the number of tuple turned by the following SQL query is what? So for 52, our answer will be 2.0. Okay, 53 is a network has a data transmission bandwidth of 20 into 10 to the power 6 bit per second. It causes CSMA CD in the MAC layer. The maximum signal propagation time from one node to another node is 40 microseconds. The minimum size of a frame in the network is what? So for 53, our answer is 200 bytes. For the IEEE 802.11 MAC protocol for wireless communication, which of the following statements are true? So at least 3 non-overlapping channels are available for transmissions. The RTS and CTS mechanism is used for collision detection. Unicast frames are acknowledged. So for 54, our answer will be B, that is first and third only. Consider a 128 into 10 to the power 3 bits per second satellite communication link with one-way propagation delay of 150 milliseconds. Selective retransmission repeat protocol is used on this link to send data with a frame size of 1 kilobyte. Neglect the transmission time of acknowledgement. The minimum number of bits required for the sequence number field to achieve 100% of utilization is. So for 55, our answer is 4. So yeah, this was all about this paper. Hope you would be easily recap most of your concepts, right? And stay with us. We will come up with some other paper as well. Thanks.